Hello, Frank. I'm Oz here. So today I'm coming with a review. I'll be comparing Original Vetiver by Creed to Omnia Pour Homme by Afnan. So I've tried vetiver based fragrances, Lalique Encore Noir. That was too daring, too inky, not wearable for me. Nice, but not wearable for me. Then eventually tried Grey Vetiver by Tom Ford, and then tried Guerlain Vetiver. They were nice for the first 5 to 10 minutes, but then turned sour and stinky on my skin, so I couldn't do with those. Then eventually I decided to go on the safer side and then tried Original Vetiver by Creed. Um, while I was trying Original Vetiver and a couple of times that I wore it, I was wondering where is that interesting vetiver note? Couldn't find it here. Original vetiver is really nice, simple, well done. It is nice, but there's nothing uh, interesting about it. So I decided when I heard Bab refer to this Omnia Pour Homme being like a close clone of Original Vetiver, I decided to try and see if this one was a little bit more original than Original Vetiver. So I'm going to go ahead and then tell you what I get out of Original Vetiver and then eventually tell you how it compares to Omnia Pour Homme. So for Original Vetiver, what I get out of it at the beginning at the top is pretty much a soapy light green scent. Then within 30 minutes, the soapiness goes away, and then what I'm left with is a light green scent, a little bit of citruses, and then that ambergris note. That's it, and that's what I get throughout the wearing of Original Vetiver by Creed. Now, when I discovered Omnia Pour Homme, yeah, I was happy I did buy this because pretty much Omnia Pour Homme is what I was hoping to get when I purchased Original Vetiver. So it sits in between Lalique Encore Noir and Original Vetiver. It's not too safe, but it's not too daring at the same time. So what do I get out of Omnia Pour Homme by Afnan? So at the top you get fresh green but at the same time earthy and rooty accord. So you get a vetiver that has a little bit of earthiness and rootiness without taking it to Lalique Encore Noir territories, but it's still interesting. So that's what you're gonna pretty much get for the first 3 hours. So clean, fresh, but at the same time earthy and rooty vetiver, really interesting, but you only get that for 3 hours. After the 3 hours, the earthiness and rootiness goes away, and then what you're left with is fresh citruses and then a little bit of cedarwood there, and then a light green accord, really reminiscent of Original Vetiver. That's when they get really similar. So after the 3 hour mark. So for the first 3 hours, for fresh, green, earthy, interesting opening. And then after the 3 hours, the next 5 hours, you get something that is really close to Original Vetiver by Creed. And then the last 2 hours out of Omnia Pour Homme is pretty much you're left with a cedar and a light, like a really light ambria core. Still interesting. So for performance, Creed Original Vetiver gives me 6 to 7 hours of longevity, and then projection 3 to 4 hours, and then it dies down close to the skin. Uh, on that end, Omnia Pour Homme has a better longevity than Original Vetiver. I get 10 hours out of this. Um, Projection is less than Original Vetiver though. Projection is like 12 inch for the first 4 to 5 hours, and then it becomes like a skin scent, but a skin scent that is easily noticeable. You don't have to like get really close to get it. Sillage was really good. Whenever I moved, even up to the 8 hour, whenever I moved, I could still smell it on me. So performance-wise, this is better. Omnia Pour Homme is better than Original Vetiver. Projection on Creed Original Vetiver is better than Omnia Pour Homme. So after testing these side by side, what happened is that the idea of layering them occurred to me. So I ended up doing that, and it was a really good mix. Pretty much what you get is you add in the projection out of Creed Original Vetiver, and then you adding the originality of Omnia per Om together, and then it is better performing and it is more interesting because you add the projection and the ambergris accord to Omnia per Om. So it was an interesting experience. So price point. Original vetiver would go about $100 depending on where you get it and what type you get. I got a tester. But then Omnia per Om, depending on where you get it, there's going to be a huge price difference. So I got this in India when I was in India for about $30 or less. I think it was less than $30. But in the US here, the prices range between what, 45 and then 60, $65. A little bit more expensive, like twice what I paid in India. So if you're in India or you have access to this at a $30 or $40 price range, this is definitely worth it. You don't even need to worry about Creed Original Vetiver, except if you really like what this does, like just clean green with the ambergris core. But if you were hoping when you were getting Creed Original Vetiver, you were hoping to get something still with a vetiver core, but not too daring, then I would suggest this. And then, like I said, you get the best out of both worlds. Interesting opening, dry down, similar to this, and then the closing, something different too. Um, Occasions, this can be worn for any occasions except dating, like in a date setup. Um, Seasons, spring and summer preferably, and an age group, anybody. So if I was going to rate these two, I would give a Creed Original Vetiver a 7.5 out of 10. Really well done, clean, nice, good for spring and summer. For Omnia per Om, I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10 because of that added character, especially for the first 3 hours. It's good. It's beautiful. Is what I hoped for when I got Original Vetiver. So if you've tried Omnia per Om, please let me know in the comment section what you think about it. If you've also tried Original Vetiver, let me know which one you prefer the most and then why. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and take care.